No.
Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Kigen has been in this Senate before over similar proceedings, and knowing his good name and reputation, he's going to come again and again. Katwa, Parliament, the way Parliament works, even the Speaker has no idea how many members, if he was to ask them to stand, have stood. He then asks the Sergeant at Arms to confirm how many members are standing. Having taken over the power of the Speaker in Kericho illegally, how did you know that 18 MCAs were standing? Something which is clearly against the standing orders, and you want us to make a decision on impeachment based on that either misconduct of or misunderstanding. Is it not, Kanzo Kigwa, the case of garbage in, garbage out? You want the Senate to be known for being an institution that uses garbage to produce garbage decisions? My second issue is on the witness. Paul B., when he stood in that video and shouted, "I abstain," we agree. But that only obtains during division on manual voting. That's when you stand and shout one way or the other. So how do you want that shouting to count during electronic voting, where the voting is not by shouting the way Paul B. was shouting?
Witness, you may now proceed to respond to those concerns.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will start responding from what Senator Okech Eddie have asked me about why I didn't want to vote yes to impeach the governor on the allegations or the lead grounds. I contributed in the floor of the House and we dispensed. I personally negated the impeachment motion on one ground, that Honorable Rogony, the mover of the motion, spoke lie on my word, on something I knew. And that's why I said all these other things will be negated because you have said something I personally knew. Number two, we discussed about these things. I'm lucky to have been a member to the FLOCA committee formed. I'm a member of environment, so it was a joint committee between environment and water. And we visited all the projects initiated by FLOCA. And before the motion or the report on FLOCA and FCDP was tabled before the floor of the House, the impeachment motion was already brought, a notice of motion was already brought containing the allegations in the FLOCA report and FCDP report, which has not yet been tabled in the floor of the House, and it's captured in the motion. So I personally saw some kind of malicious being in that assembly, just like I said before. I knew the operations of that assembly. So I understood that the vote was predetermined and the system was even preset. So I hope Eddie, my good friend, I have answered. My mentor, sorry. Honorable Danson Mungatana asked a question, but the question was directed to council. But Mr. Speaker, you can allow me touch on this, saying on the chronology of events and what has happened before in our assembly. Way back, and all the members knew about these things. That has happened before, so we know. And you can allow me to say this, and it will explain much of these questions I'm going to answer. When we were elected and came to the assembly, there were election of the leadership position, majority leader, chief whip, And we had wrangles. We were appearing on television almost every now and then because of poor leadership in the House. In fact, it reached a point where we came to the Harambee House, the office of the Deputy President, to discuss about the numbers, since the Speaker announced that the majority leader, Honorable Paul Chirchir Tarimbo, is elected by anonymous. And the members who elected Tarimbo were 7 out of 43. So we were at 6 who never elected. We came, and I'm lucky that Honorable Veronica Maina is seated here in this house. She was the presiding officer doing the 8 count to confirm whether that vote was true or wrong. So we know our assembly. Later on November last year, Deputy Speaker was impeached in the floor of the House with less than 30 members, 29 members. So we understand the dynamics in that House. So we know the history. So that's why we opted never to press any button, so that we build our case, so that you, the upper house, the house we respect so much, could help us determine this case. Honorable Cherargei, my neighbor, I'm a Kipsigis, and I've seen Mutata is a Catholic by faith. I'm a staunch Catholic believer, and I don't speak lies. I'm a secretary in my church. My local church must be the Catholic Church. And I'm a strong believer, so I don't lie. So when I took the oath, in fact, I was afraid when some honorable members here, or the witnesses here, speak lies without blinking their eyes. Then I was wondering, if this is if a person can stand here taking an oath and continuing even to say that I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, of which I was confirming now, then if the Senate could forgive that person, even if the voters could forgive that person, if the people in the public could forgive that person, isn't that a blasphemy? So I personally, I don't want to speak lies. I'm speaking the truth, and that's why I know. So Honorable Cherargei, for avoidance of doubt, I'm speaking the truth. To Tapita, I hope I've answered your question, because we never voted. If now that we never touched, in fact, if the whole clip can be shown there, it can show that I personally, I had no phone. In fact, I was raising my hands for avoidance of doubt. If they can play there, I was raising my hands. But again, my vote was captured that I voted yes. So it beats logic. Suppose now I had gone to the gadget and pressed yes on already manipulated votes. I don't know. So we intentionally avoided, because we understand the malice, we understood the malice in the House. Senator to Senator, I'm sorry, I forgot the name, saying that we signed an affidavit, numerous persons to sign an affidavit is in order. I think this is the second time I'm signing an affidavit with more than one person. We have an affidavit of land case issues, and we were signing more than 4 family members. So I don't know whether this is illegal when it comes to the impeachment of governor, or is it because that one I signed, and we signed as a team. So this one, we had a common cause, and the common cause is the introduction of new voting machine through new voting through electronic voting. Sorry. Muku Richard said it's like you were prepared, you were filled with fear. In our county assembly, we have people who are active on social media. And when they post anything, we don't take it for granted. And you can allow me to say this. Somebody once said that when a blind person, and I'm sorry, When a blind person tells you that he is going to throw a stone to you, don't ignore. Because she or he will not get time to look for the stone. He must be stepping on the stone. Now, when the members, Tarimbo, I think, Paul Chirchir, said in the floor of the House that out of the 18 members who were in the governor's camp are going to vote yes to this impeachment. Then we knew these are cooked results, it's already rigged. In fact, he has a determination even before he started voting. So we know our House. So there are people who gives us information in that House even before it's brought to the floor of the House. I don't know if there is a question. Yeah, pardon?
Proceed, witness.